Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stochastic Agency on August 15th for more RPG A Day 2022. My name is Brian, and today we're asked, who would you like to have Game Master for you? And I really can only think of one particular person who I'd be interested in playing games with that I obviously don't have access to get in on a game with. And that is Chris Perkins. I would really enjoy kind of seeing him in person, meeting him, playing a game that he has running. And the reason why I do say this is because we're relatively close to the same age, and we've come up together through the hobby, more than likely with very similar experiences as far as the games we've played, the types of games we've encountered. I know he is very much focused on Dungeons and Dragons, and even though I don't play D&D as much as I used to, I'd still be interested to see kind of how he runs a game in person. I know a lot of times when you watch actual plays that there is some playing up to a broader audience than just the people sitting at the table. Like I said, we both grew up with Dragon Magazine and Dungeon Magazine, and I really, from what I've seen of how he runs a game, he has a very liking for a fun yet somewhat serious game at the same time, meaning that it's not just merely a D&D game of beer and pretzels, just getting together and having some chuckles and then just moving on. The interviews I've seen with him, he's definitely very knowledgeable about the game. I mean, after all, he's been working at WotC for quite some time. I know way back in the days when they used to take letters for editors, that I know he's mentioned in interviews before that he's had several letters and submissions that had went in. I'm trying to remember if there was a high percentage of them that were actually published or whatever. But off the top of my head, I can't really remember. I know he did submit quite a lot and very often to Dragon Magazine. I know he has a history tied up with working within the D20 system. So I think that adds up to a lot of, experience and definitely hardline knowledge about how the game has developed over the years, providing a solid basis for, making judgment calls. I know we hear a lot that, don't let the rules get in the way, or they're only guidelines and all that kind of fun stuff. But there is a certain level of knowledge that someone like Chris would have that allows them to really bend the rules in a more knowledgeable way, in a way that makes much more sense, not just within the context of playing a fantasy game, but understanding or having experienced various submissions and explorations of different iterations of the rules. So I think it'd be pretty enjoyable, and that's my pick, Chris Perkins.